First of all, thank you for coming today. We're here to acknowledge a terrible thing that happened the other day when a juvenile came and destroyed a plaque honoring Lieutenant Michael Murphy, winner of the Congressional Medal of Honor, hero, a true American hero. We were all appalled by that. I am joined by a lot of elected officials and local community leaders today, starting with our congressmen, representatives from the county legislature, representatives from the town board, community activists who are appalled. I first want to thank the Suffolk County Police. They have arrested someone for this. That person is a juvenile, so we're not going to release the name. I think it's a 14-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. So, however, I will say out of every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. And the silver lining is the outpouring of support of those who have stepped forward and said, we'll pay to replace this. The governor has stepped forward. The town has said it would. Private individuals have said it would. The amphitheater, when they do their salute to veterans, said they would donate money. So there's all types of support to make sure that this monument is reconstituted and here in this park, in this tranquil setting that's named for one of America's greatest heroes. Lieutenant Michael Murphy was the first Navy veteran since the Vietnam War to be given the Congressional Medal of Honor. He is a local hero that attended Patchogue Med High School. We have a number of people here today, and I'm going to start with Mr. Murphy.
Thank you. Hello, thank you. It's so nice of you to, oh, please, please. If that applause is for Michael, that's great. When we first heard about it, obviously the family was heartbroken and saddened. But on the flip side of that, the outpouring of support has been amazing. I don't mean just across the nation, I mean internationally, from Ireland, Belgium, Italy, England, all have responded, offering both sympathy and support. I can't thank enough Governor Cuomo, who has offered to replace the monument, as has County Executive Steve Bellone and Supervisor Ed Romaine, who was the first to call to say this will be done, it'll be fixed, and the town will take care of it. We're really happy that Art Stone Memorial, who designed this plaza and did the stonework, has offered to get this done right away. They're already working on it, so we hope to have it replaced soon. As to that young man, the juvenile who was arrested, all I can say is Michael was a type of person who would have wanted to take that man under his wing and talk to him, and express and explain to him the significance of his actions. Not so much that it's about Michael, but that it's about all our fallen heroes and veterans, that it is a symbol of America and their commitment to men and women who are on the front lines. And I think that's the message that I would hope that he receives with reference to this. I cannot thank the Suffolk County Police Department enough, and I'd like to announce today, just so that they're aware, that the Michael Murphy Scholarship Foundation already funds 28 scholarships in Michael's name to various military and local community high schools, and that we are going to fund in Michael's name a scholarship to a son or daughter of a Suffolk County police officer through the Suffolk County PBA. That's really important to us, because our way of showing Michael's support for our first responders and military. Thank you very much. If anybody has a question, I'll be happy to answer it if you Okay, no questions? Great, I'll turn it back to you. You want to, Maureen, you want to speak?
Good morning. I would like to say thank you for everyone that has poured love and support for what happened during this tragedy here, for not only for Mike, but the men on the wall over there. It's overwhelming that such a horrible thing happened, but there are a lot of good people, and you know, they just support it, and it makes you feel good, you know, that I mean, I have to tell you, I was really upset when it heard, and I felt like, you know, I lost Mike, and then when I saw that, I felt like I lost him again because, you know, I was proud to come down and see this medallion with his face on it and all the men, and I just want to say that the boy who did this, he's a child. He did something foolish, and everybody has done something foolish when they're younger, but I'm sure that they will think of a reasonable way to educate this man and tell them how wrong he was about it, to do something like this. And personally, I think that that the way to do this for young people is that when he needs to read the book about Mike and his men, and he needs to read more about how police help people, and I would like people to really, you know, the mothers and fathers to, you know, educate these kids that we should be grateful for all what the military and the police do for us. Okay, and thank you.
Thank you. Our thoughts always are to the Murphy family, and with this, our congressman is down here. A few words from our congressman.
If there were a few lessons that this juvenile were learned from watching what's going on right now in response to their actions, hopefully they would be inspired by Daniel Murphy talking about where we are as a symbol of America. Hopefully they would view all of us here closing ranks the way we do as a patriotic, freedom-loving community and Michael Murphy-loving community. That this gathering this morning is a symbol of America. This juvenile needs to learn that Michael Murphy himself was a symbol of America. Everything that makes our nation the greatest nation in the world was in the blood, was in the DNA of Lieutenant Michael Murphy. When serving overseas and willing to sacrifice your life in defense of our freedoms and liberties, it's not just for your mom and dad. It's not just for your family or from the community you grew up in Patchogue, Medford. You're doing it for the entire country. Millions of strangers you're willing to lay down your life to defend. This 14-year-old had no idea as it was happening. Michael Murphy was the type of person who was laying down his life for this juvenile and his family. That's one of the great things about our men and women who are serving right now, those who have served through generations. I'm confident and optimistic that this memorial that we are standing at now is going to be rebuilt bigger and stronger and more beautiful than it's ever been before. That's one hope that I'm pretty confident is going to be fulfilled. But listening to the inspiring words of Michael Murphy's mom and dad here today, I hope that one other thing that will be fulfilled is that for an entire generation of young kids who don't understand and appreciate these symbols of American freedom, American heritage, our great military and American sacrifice, symbols of America, hopefully for them and their entire generation, they'll learn a valuable lesson, and then something positive in that way will come out too. We have a lot of veterans who are here with us, a lot of first responders who are unsung heroes. We thank them for their service. They deserve more than a handshake and a hug. We would not even be able to stand here in this great, exceptional nation if not for them. So thank you to all of our first responders and our law enforcement. And I want to thank Ed Romaine and Brookhaven Town. This right here, where we're standing, is a special place of pride and patriotism in this town. This is a place that for Ed and many of the other electeds who are here, this is a special place that hopefully becomes part of a town's legacy. It's certainly a great source of pride for the surrounding community and for our entire town. So for the way that Ed Romaine and the Brookhaven town they've led this effort to bring everyone together the way that they have, I want to say thank you to the supervisor and to his great staff, his great fellow electeds as well, and it's a privilege to be here with him. And thank you all for attending today in support of Michael Murphy and his family.
I want to echo what the congressman said and thank all the veterans and all those who've served our country, all the emergency responders, all those who are here, all those who we owe a debt of gratitude to, that our flag still flies high. We have a representative of the police department. I don't know if they're prepared to speak about this.
No, we'll pass up on that opportunity.
Okay, I think the county executive was expected here. Do you know if he's coming?
Any moment.
Any moment, okay. Sure, Mr. Murphy, please.
Hello, yes.
I know you said you wanted these questions before. Would you like to meet the board?
Maureen has expressed a willingness. Sure, the family would love to meet the young man and his parents. Not for any gotcha moment or anger, but more or less does he understand the significance of what's been done? That it's our son, and that he destroyed basically a picture of our son. And unfortunately, the stonework isn't here anymore, but if you look at one of the places where he struck, Michael was right at the heart, which is like striking at the heart of America. And so it has a visual connection to the family that the damage was done at that particular location. So, yes.
Mr. Murphy, do you know if the new plaque is going to look exactly the same, or is it going to be a new one?
I think it'll be the same. The plaque will be round, about 3 feet in diameter, but from talking to Pete Marmorato and Art Stone that designed it, they're going to be using a stronger material. And when I made reference to the fact about the outpouring of support, we've already had a company that wants to put in cameras and equipment to surveil the park. Pardon?
Is that a local company?
Yes. The people of Suffolk County have always taken Michael to their heart and mind. That he's just, when Supervisor Romaine says Michael was a local hero, he was literally a local hero besides a national hero. I don't think there's anybody in Suffolk County who doesn't know of Michael. Many of them worked and lived with him because Michael was the type of giving person that would just help anybody. I don't think you could find one person on Long Island who would have a bad word to say about the young man, even before he became a Medal of Honor recipient.
How different is the tone of this, knowing that an arrest has been made? Earlier on, before I knew that there was an arrest made, it would have been, I feel like, a very different press conference looking for the person who is responsible. Are you relieved that you know who did it?
I don't think the family really thinks like that, with regard to that there was an arrest. Other than our undying gratitude to the Suffolk County Police Department, they are tops, and they always have been. Any event involving Michael, whether it's the young man Freddie Rodriguez who runs 50 miles from Murph from the firehouse where Michael wore their patch to Ronkonkoma here, he's given a police escort all the way from New York City, hands him to Nassau County, hands him to Suffolk County. Anytime we've had any events that require Suffolk County police presence, they have been Johnny on the spot. In fact, one of our board members is in fact, the Suffolk County police officer, Brian Mastrangelo, behind me. So we have a lot of support in the police and in the community. That's when I say there's always that flip side to a bad incident. I just have to look at all you people here on a damage to a vandalism to a monument, and you're all here expressing that concern, and so that's obviously clearly gratifying. We already knew we had the support of the great town of Brookhaven because they basically donated this land to put this in. And they were aware of Michael's connection to Lake Ronkonkoma and where he sat protecting the people of Suffolk County. So it's as far as the tone, it wouldn't matter one way or the other if they had caught the young man or had not. We knew, probably realized it was kids. What we're happy about is that this young man will, based on what's occurred, understands the significance of his actions. And I think with all the coverage, every young person will realize that these memorials mean something, not to me, not to Michael, but they mean something to the people of America.
Sir, on that, when you pull in the parking lot and you see all the people waiting for you to show up, how does that?
Well, it's just a symbol of what Maureen and I have seen since 2007. Whether it was the commissioning of the USS Michael Murphy, or when we go out to Coronado and see the BUDS candidates. Michael is well known. To give you an example, we hear from the BUDS candidates all the time that Michael Murphy, if he's mentioned once, he's mentioned 10 times every day, in which the BUD candidates are basically told, you know Michael Murphy's story. If you can't do what he did, then ring the bell and get out of here now. So it's not, it's just Michael's become more a symbol. He's our son, but he's more a symbol of our military men and women and our first responders, fire, police that are out there every day protecting us. That's why we have the fire truck here, Murph the Protector. That was Michael's name from when he was in 8th grade, and it just stuck with him. So that basically symbol of our military men is what really, I think, grabs everybody, even at this memorial, is not just Michael, that it's an assault on our culture, the American recognition of what our military men do. Okay?
Question
Okay.
for me.
Yes.
Besides any security cameras that get installed, do you have any plans to increase security here with
Yes.
lights or up patrols?
We are going to install cameras. We never thought that it would need to be, because this is a monument recognizing one of America's heroes. But apparently we have to do that. And we will have cameras being installed by the end of the month. And we are increasing our security patrol. The town has a public safety division. We don't have police powers, but we will be having public safety officers visit this park, particularly in the evening hours, to make sure that there isn't the type of vandalism that we see. And I'm not going to speak for the Suffolk County Police, but they do a great job, and I'm sure that they'll be working as part of their patrol of the neighborhood to stop by this park as well, to make sure that this park and the gentleman it's named for and the memory of that man is remembered and not desecrated. I have to say, again, out of this tragic act comes a lot of generous hearts. I mean, the governor has stepped forward, the county executive, the town of Brookhaven. Numerous private individuals have said, we'll pay for it, because this is so much a part of our county to remember a man that gave so much for this country. So we are very fortunate. Is our county executive here? If he's not, I'm going to ask Tom Roane, who is the Veterans Coordinator for the county, just to say a few words.
Good morning. I don't know that much more can be said that Mr. and Mrs. Murphy and Congressman Zeldin, Supervisor Romaine have already stated. Michael Murphy, Murph, has become a symbol, in many ways larger than life. And the fact that he is a son of Suffolk County, a son of the town of Brookhaven, is really something quite extraordinary to us. We boast an extremely large veteran community in Suffolk County, and Murph has become a symbol, not only here but nationally, for what the pride, the credo, excellence in all that we do, the spirit of patriotism. He symbolizes so many of these wonderful things, and as awful as this act of vandalism was, I'm actually inspired in a way here, seeing that we're surrounded by our community, and this community. We rally and we come together despite our differences, despite our backgrounds, despite all else. We rally, we come together as a community, and we stand strong. And I think that today we send that message loudly and clearly. We are grateful for the outpouring of support. We certainly look forward to enhancements that hopefully would prevent such an act from ever occurring again. But I'm also very hopeful that this lesson will serve as a life lesson for this young man, and in the spirit of optimism that I've been told for so many years now was Michael Murphy. I'm hopeful that this life lesson for this young man who committed this act will serve as a tool to perhaps prevent him someday from making a greater mistake, and this could shape him. And I look forward to the silver lining that so many of us see here today. So thank you on behalf of our county, on behalf of our county executive, on behalf of every resident of Suffolk County, and certainly on behalf of all of the veterans and first responders of Suffolk County. Thank you for the outpouring of support here today. Thank you, Ray.
Can I just tell them make my poem real quick? Just want to tell you something real quick. I hope all of you do a Panavision and take a picture of that lake. For those of you who are not aware, this is where Michael did his SEAL training before he started, and he used to swim across the lake to the other side and back every day just to train for buds when he was going in. So this is a great location, a great lake, a great area. It's always been one of the jewels in Suffolk County, and we're so proud of this place. And I think that's probably a part of the outpouring and what bothers the citizens of Suffolk County. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Besides myself and Congressman Zeldin and Tom Rowan and the Murphy family and our police officers, we're also joined by our county legislator, Bill Lindsay, our town councilman, Kevin Laval, our assemblyman, Dean Murray, our county controller, John Kennedy, our deputy supervisor and councilman, Dan Panico, our county legislator, Leslie Kennedy, our county legislator, Tom Muratori, and our local assemblyman who's asked to say a few words. I only point this out because I can tell you, and Tom was absolutely right, we come together in times of need to support one another. We work with our communities. I cannot thank the veterans of Suffolk County enough for their service, for our first responders, and all that are here today. Assemblyman, why don't you wrap it up and say a few words?
Thank you. I just want to say a few words. Yesterday, after the news broke about this memorial, I came right down here, and I have to say dozens and dozens of community members stopped what they were doing, and they came down here to see what had happened to their memorial. A group that I think we need to recognize is the Lake Ronkonkoma Improvement Group, who's here, which is dozens of residents who every week take time out of their day to selflessly clean up this lake and protect this memorial. And that's just their work every week is a testament to this community, the love of this community. Since this happened just under 24 hours ago, a number of businesses in this community, members of the Ronkonkoma Chamber of Commerce, have reached out offering donations to support rebuilding this memorial. I had a gentleman from right down the road, the Cotgreve Insurance Agency, wanted me to give a $1,000 check to the Murphy Foundation to Dan. So, a testimony.
Thank you so much.
It's really a testament, and there's numerous others, organizations, nonprofits, private individuals that stopped what they were doing, and they were very upset and incensed over this this unpatriotic act. So I think there is good that can come from this, and I think if anything should be taken away from today, our community stands with the Murphy family, and we will rebuild this memorial even bigger and better than it's ever been. So thank you, and God bless.
And finally, although the governor could not be here today, his representative is. Say a few words, please. Yeah. Okay? Go ahead.
Hello. On behalf of the governor, I wanted to thank the supervisor for hosting this press conference today. As has been mentioned here a few times, the governor is committed to helping fund and work with the town of Brookhaven to make sure that this memorial is replaced. So thank you all.
I'll end by saying we have a call center in the town of Brookhaven, 451-TOWN. You call for any problem. Our phones are overloaded today with people offering contributions to make sure that this monument will be rebuilt. The Murphy family and Michael Murphy is our family too, and the people of Brookhaven have jammed our call centers today, offering money to make sure that this monument is rebuilt. Thank you for coming, and I'm sure everyone here is available for if anyone wishes to speak with them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Somebody say the Pledge of Allegiance, the veterans one.
Yes. We have a flag right there, and we'll salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless our flag.
Thank you for coming, and united we stand.